right now you're in violation of state law.
What's the line that
It's in the sidewalk. I'll give you. I'll show you
We actually have it here for you.
an infographic.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Over the past few years, gun control policy in Virginia has evolved considerably, and with it, pro-gun activism. On Monday, MLK Day 2022, a handful of armed activists participated in a yearly tradition of armed activism nearby the state capitol, challenging law enforcement to test the limits of the new policy.
You said what?
You can't come in Capitol Square with the weapons.
That's not. There's other people out there.
Yeah, they're getting them out of there.
How do you feel about that sign?
I don't know. I can't read. I went to public school. I'm fucking illiterate.
I like that's good.
This sign clearly shows a Beretta, and I'm carrying a Glock, so...
Yeah, I was just saying, technically, I'm not violating that one because, yeah, I have a Glock 45. That's a Beretta.
I thought you said you can't read.
I mean, I can look at pictures.
Only 2 years ago in the same space, tens of thousands of armed activists assembled to oppose then Virginia Democratic Governor Northam, who had been inaugurated just 1 week earlier.
We will not comply! We will not comply!
In anticipation of the event, Northam had declared a state of emergency, banning firearms from the state capitol grounds. Activists ended up gathering outside the fenced area, while some went through security checkpoints to go closer, unarmed.
More gun control! No more gun control!
What we are witnessing today is a travesty. It is shameful what Lord Northam has done. Does Virginia need more gun control? No! Let them hear you in the legislative building. Do we need more gun control? No! Lord Northam has, without authority, violated the constitutions of Virginia, of the United States. He has violated the law of Virginia by disarming law-abiding citizens during a contrived state of emergency.
We will not comply! Ever! We will not comply! Ever! We will not comply! Yeah, sucks being you guys, huh? We won't comply! We will not comply! Fake news! We won't comply!
"We will not comply" was among the most common chants of the day. The event was organized by the Virginia Citizens Defense League, or VCDL, which takes positions similar to the NRA, generally supporting gun rights and law enforcement. Every MLK Day, they hold their Lobby Day, where they encouraged members to lobby against gun control and armed activists to rally outside. At the time, Virginia had state preemption laws in place, which prevented localities from passing stricter gun control measures than the state itself. After Governor Northam signed a law repealing state preemption, Richmond passed new ordinances banning guns at protests that have, or should have, a permit, and magazines of 20 rounds or more carried by individuals lacking a concealed carry permit. In light of the new ordinances, the VCDL canceled their January 2021 event.
Especially us as black people should always be able to have the right to bear arms. It's in the Constitution. That is something that is a big thing for all Americans. To be the right to bear arms. So we come to exercise and be that beacon of light to really show our black people that, hey, if your rights are being taken away and if you feel things are happening to you unlawfully, then do something about it. Protect your property, protect yourself, protect your home.
Black power, black power,
black power!
Instead, that year, a diverse range of pro-gun groups paraded through Richmond, openly thwarting the new ordinances.
Can you talk about the intersection between gun rights and trans rights?
Well, if someone is transgender and they have someone and there's a violent bigot that wants to attack them or wants to kill them, then if they're able to carry a gun, then they're going to be able to protect themselves. So if the harder that it is for someone to be able to buy a gun or be able to carry a gun, then the harder it is for someone that's a minority, for example, someone who's transgender or someone who's black. It's going to be harder for them to be able to get a gun and carry it with them to defend themselves.
It's all about unity. BLM, Antifa, all that. We all Americans. At the end of the day, we all Americans. So
that's right.
Try to make it seem like political aisle. Everybody's talking about liberalism and conservative. It doesn't matter. We all Americans. We all should get along, no matter what the issue is. Let's talk it out. We all about peace.
Police did not intervene to enforce the new ordinances.
We were sitting around after recording one day and we decided, hey, we got to have a name for Lobby Day next year. You know, what are we going to call our group? And it was myself, Cal, John, who's somewhere around here, and we decided, we were talking about how, like, you know, in protests in the Middle East, a lot of times they'll carry their photos of their religious leaders, right? Like, you know, the Ayatollah, you know, different clerics and whatnot, and these big posters, and they'll just carry them around. And it's like, you know, you see crowds of thousands with these big posters of, you know, their religious clerics and their leaders. So we're like, all right, well, what can we do that's similar to that would also be a gigantic shitpost? And we're like, all right, we'll just print out a picture of Ron Paul and carry it around and claim to be the Ron Paul militia, and that's how it was born.
I did not take this. It was gifted to me like this by an anonymous person. So all I'm doing, because I did not take this, somebody else gave it to me anonymously, I'm delivering it back to
During 2021, however, state law was passed establishing the area surrounding the state capitol as an indefinite gun-free zone, regardless of permits or licenses. This put the issue of enforcement into the hands of state police.
We're here to express the right to carry our firearms and maintain a presence against tyranny.
Right. I mean, I think it's great that there's pressure inside of there. In your possession right here, you're in violation of state law.
What?
On January 15th, Republican Governor Glenn Youngkin was inaugurated.
What do you think about does constitutional right to carry trump state rights in terms of public property?
Sir, I'm not going to get into any discussion of that. If you've got an issue with the law or the Constitution, you can address that with your legislator.
On MLK Day 2022, only a small handful of groups returned to challenge the law.
Grug understand picture. Picture say no Beretta. Grug no carry Beretta. Grug carry Glock.
Liberate RVA, a libertarian group based in Richmond, walked past state troopers into the gun-free zone. They were quickly intercepted and forced to leave. The Virginia Cocoas, a Boogaloo group, and BLM 757 also attempted to enter the gun-free zone armed, but were intercepted.
What? You can't come to Capital Square with the weapons. That's not. There's other people out there. Yeah, they're getting them out of there.
State police seemed to express sympathy with the group's beliefs on guns while enforcing the law.
Y'all think this is fair?
As long as I'm in this uniform, I don't have an opinion.
I mean, I agree with you, but I can't. It's the law, okay?
But you agree with it.
What's the law? We can't peacefully take a walk, boys? No. You guys, did they stop you here? Sure did. Wow. You got to go around. You got to sneak up behind them. And then you got to ask like a lost tourist that can't speak English. We are supposed to be there. I just want to go for a walk, man. Exactly. Stretch our legs. Go for a walkabout.
With our friends.
Exactly.
They called the strike team in on us.
Did they?
Oh, we got surrounded. Like fucking.
All these fucking cars are still here because of us.
I tried to remind them of that oath they swore to the Constitution.
Oh, they're like, what Constitution?
Like we work for the state. We don't work for.
Yeah, he said as long as I wear this badge. I said, oh, you hide behind that badge, brother?
No, I tried that Pokemon card. Like, there's Constitution. It fell.
It was super ineffective. Hey, that piece another level 4?
A handful of VCDL members showed up unarmed, expressing their faith that compliance with the law and democratic participation would be more effective than challenging police.
2 years ago, folks were saying we will not comply, we will not comply. Like, how do you feel about the evolution of kind of like, now we've got a handful of unarmed folks out here, and, you know, some armed folks over there.
We comply a little.
You know, it seems like there is a lot of complying.
There are some bills to try to get rid of that street as a designated, you can't fly flags or carry there. There's many bills to get rid of that, but
and the Capitol Square as well.
Yes.
In fact, I believe that I don't know how many different bills. There's a couple different variations, but that's one of the bills that's being proposed, is to let law-abiding citizens conceal carry people carry there legally without having to worry about going to jail.
I mean, do you trust the system that like basically unarmed activism can actually get the job done?
Yeah, I do. I didn't vote for Northam. I did vote for Youngkin. But, you know, I complied with what Northam said because that was the law at the time.
The armed groups ultimately held a Patriot food drive, asking for donations to bring to a local charity.
Our ability to organize means that we can help understand where help is needed, and we can also reach out, because we're organized, we can reach out to people capable of giving help.
What is kind of the intersection between the Second Amendment and mutual aid?
So, you know, the Second Amendment leads with a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. A militia does a whole lot more than just, run around with guns looking cool, right? We have a responsibility as a people to take care of each other and look after each other. And that's more than just our right to keep and bear arms. That's also in using that organizational capability for social good, like in this case, collecting and donating food. It's something, and I'm proud of the community that's come out and donated. I wish more people would overcome their fear and come out and help. Because I don't think there's anything to be afraid of here, There's no enemies out here.
Police weren't too friendly about it. They're still continuously enforcing these unconstitutional laws. The whole point of Lobby Day is to get the laws that the people want passed, and I think they've spoken about the gun laws, so I don't think anybody wants them around.
With a Republican governor in place, the groups expressed some hope that momentum for their cause may turn in a new direction.
I'm hoping that, our Republican legislators will remember that they have that responsibility to support our rights. I'm not particularly thrilled that the Capitol Police that work for a Republican Attorney General are out here enforcing an unconstitutional law. And I intend to ask questions about why are they doing that? Why did our allegedly pro-Second Amendment governor, lieutenant governor, and attorney general allow that to take place? Perhaps this is a holdover from the past administration. New government just took office, so perhaps that's their reason why.
While thousands chanted "We will not comply" in 2020, declining participation amid slowly evolving gun control may be seen as a victory for gun control activists. With new bills to expand gun rights being considered at the House of Delegates, that could change in 2022. Ford Fisher, News to Share, for Activism Uncensored, a collaboration with TK News.